So Chris just mentioned about like how it's not regulated right now, and if it became legal, it would be. I have an example of a guy who went to he had a medical marijuana card and went to a supposedly regulated place to get his marijuana. He showed up to the actual place to get the marijuana, and the doctor who was there prescribing it was already drunk as well as stoned, and the guy was managed to get away with $50. So someone who's supposed to be licensed and giving marijuana, and it's supposed to be regulated, I don't know how that would exactly prove that you'd be getting safer marijuana. Also, legalization of marijuana will make the drug more accessible, affordable, and acceptable, but making its increased consumption a near certainty. Empirical evidence with countries that have moved to legalization appears to flush this theory out. Additionally, it will boost drug-related tourism to the given country, which isn't exactly desirable. Also, the Bureau of Labor estimated that 9% of employees show up to work with drugs in their system, which costs businesses an estimated $60 billion every year. So if it became legal, that could increase even more, which would affect businesses even more than it's already affecting right now when it's illegal. In the 1970s, Alaska actually did legalize the drug, only to recriminalize it in 1990 after Alaskan teen marijuana use jumped to twice the national average. It's pretty clear evidence that if it's legalized, marijuana will increase, especially among children who, I mean, it's one thing if you're an adult, but if you're a child, there's significant effects to mental health and development. There's also significant cost burdens that come along with increased marijuana use. For example, there will be a greater social cost from decline in worker productivity and school performance. Legalization will also lead to a greater need for drug education, rehabilitation, and treatment, and there will be costs associated with selling drugs that wouldn't help the economy because we'd have to put funds into helping build rehab centers and things to deal with increased marijuana use. Also, in terms of like the drug war failing, in 1978, 25 million Americans used an illegal drug once a month when our population was 280 million, and then in 2009 there were 21 million illegal drug users, a decrease of 20%, which I wouldn't call that a failure, that's obviously improvement. So it's not, I wouldn't say the war on drugs is failing. And then also it increases driving accidents. The study also showed that drivers who tested positive for marijuana were more than 3 times as likely to be responsible for the fatal car crash, and that people who drive after using marijuana are nearly twice as likely to be involved in a fatal car crash. Although it is much lower than alcohol, researchers say that results show that marijuana use, even in low doses, significantly increases the risk of fatal car accidents. So, yeah, I would say legalizing marijuana isn't the right thing for us.